So, I want to talk about this because I think it should be addressed. And this is your warning that there will be spoilers for Andor Season 2. Also, this is a warning that I will be discussing a sensitive topic involving SA. If you don't know what SA is, please go look it up. I'm not getting kicked off YouTube for trying to explain it. So, if you need one, and I hope you don't, really, this is your trigger warning as well. I'll give you a few seconds to decide if you want to continue. Still here? Let's get into it. I really didn't want to talk about this scene. Not at the moment, anyway. Too soon. Why? Because I saw it for what it was meant to be. A woman who had been tortured helplessly in Andor Season 1, who turned the tables on her attacker this time in Andor Season 2. But I'll get deeper into it in a bit. There's so much more to it than that. As a little experiment right now, leave a comment as to whether you feel like this topic belongs in Star Wars. Then, at the end, leave another comment as to how you feel about it at that moment. I'm not trying to change anyone's minds. I just want to give my take on it. Star Wars has generally been pretty safe. Okay, well, the Empire has been pretty safe. Andor has changed all of that. And there's a lot of buzz about how unsafe the Empire has become in Andor Season 2. And that buzz is generated around a scene involving actress Adria Arjona's character Bix Caleen and a low-ranking Imperial officer, a lieutenant to be exact. When the officer arrives at Bix's station to do an audit, he tries to take more than the census from the young lady. She ends up killing the officer during his attempt. Yes, it was attempted SA. It is a mildly disturbing scene for those of us who have never been involved in this sort of thing. Triggering for those who have, understandably so. But I think a lot of people didn't take from this scene what they were supposed to. The point of the scene has many-fold truths. But the biggest is that Bix was able to fight off her attacker, showing she is a strong and capable woman, that no matter how evil the Empire is, there is someone to stop them. In Andor Season 1, Bix had been tortured at the hands of a man. Yes, it was a woman who ordered her torture, but it was a man who committed the act, assaulting her, and there was no way she was going down without a fight this time in Andor Season 2. Now, whether this kind of stuff belongs in Star Wars is another conversation altogether. But when we look deep, Star Wars has always been on the forefront of dealing with issues that have plagued our society throughout history. Mass murder, genocide, endangerment of children, to put it mildly, slavery, and even racism. Uncomfortable topics. Topics that you generally wouldn't see in a franchise made for kids, as George Lucas has claimed. I don't think anyone has cheered over these other topics. Okay, maybe one person, but I won't name him here. And I don't see anyone cheering over the SA in Andor Season 2. Andor and Rogue One promised us grittier, dirtier side of Star Wars, the war of Star Wars. And with Rogue One, it delivered. Then again in Andor Season 1, it went a bit further. Both projects made us understand why the galaxy feared the Empire. Now in Andor Season 2, it goes a bit further still. And this isn't me condoning SA in any form, no more than I condone torture, mass murder, slavery, or racism. But these are the things that have happened in our history and still happen in our own real world now. Yes, Star Wars has played it safe for the most part up until now, but it has also made the Empire a kind of a joke. Almost to the point where a lot of people in our own world empathize with the Empire and their idea of peace. But the reality of that soft empire is now fading, and that's a good thing. I'm tired of seeing stormtroopers with bad aim and getting punched in the helmet to be knocked out. They should be feared. And this is why Tony Gilroy put this scene in the show. Fear the Empire. They are not good guys. Now, Is SA common among imperial officers? Probably no more common than an Auschwitz guard in 1943. And let's face it, Nazism was one of the inspirations for George Lucas creating the Empire. I will agree this is a hard scene to watch, but it is important to show that Bix Caleen dealt with it. That should be the takeaway from this. Fight your ass off and don't let someone take from you which you are not willing to give to them. Okay, I'll calm down. I think some people just like to find things to get upset about, or they hear somebody else say they're upset about it, so they say they're upset about it too. Does SA belong in Star Wars? In general, I would say no. But Andor? Showing real-life traumatic events? Showing the Empire as something to be feared at an adult level? Hell yes. Make us fear the Empire and everything they do. But I wouldn't say this about every other Star Wars project. But Andor is made for adults, with adult themes and situations. We don't like seeing it, but we do like when we see the better person take control of the situation and beat the violator with a freaking wrench until he takes his last breath. Hell yes. Show me the struggle to keep your body sacred and kill the MFer. Make me fear the Empire and not glorify it. Show me why there is a rebellion, and not just a rebellion formed out of speculation. But I do think the scene of this is enough to drive the point home. If it's done in every episode or even every other episode, I'll say, yes, stop. We get it. That scene was so powerful, and it is meant to empower those who feel like they don't have control over a situation where they are the victim. I saw a comment on another video from another YouTuber whom I won't name. Darth Vader would not condone this. First, that's a stupid comment. Of course he wouldn't condone it. But he condones enslaving entire races? He and his mother were slaves. He condones torture and even at his own hand? His mother was tortured by Tuskens prior to dying in his arms. And he condones the mass murder of entire societies, planets, and children? Then there is the fact that even if he doesn't condone SA, he can't see what every Imperial troop does. This would fall under the jurisdiction of the local governors, like Tarkin. Darth Vader does not hold military rank. He has his own troops, but that's really it. And those troops are more like his special forces meant to aid him in his goals. Darth Vader would not approve. Give me a break. Yeah, he probably wouldn't even know. This guy has romanticized Darth Vader for so long. Darth Vader's evil. He does evil things. Stop making him out to be some romantic hero. He looks cool and his voice is cool. That's it. The rest of him is designed for, you guessed it, evil. He tortured his own daughter, for crying out loud. Then he tortured her boyfriend. Then he tried to turn his own son evil after lopping off his hand. He murdered children in cold blood. Jesus Christ. Why do I even have to say this? Why did I bother watching his video? I don't watch other Star Wars channels other than a few positive ones for this reason. But yes, even Darth Vader would probably turn his head if he knew this was going on, which he likely does not know. My point is, yes, it's hard to watch scenes like this, but it is an adult Star Wars show. This isn't Caravan of Freaking Courage. This isn't a holiday special or something family-friendly like A New Hope or The Phantom Menace. This is what Tony Gilroy promised, the grittier, dirtier side of Star Wars. And it shows the victim becoming victorious. I say, go girl. You are a true hero. It felt more real than a lot of other media. How many times have you seen someone get hit in the head with a weapon and continue fighting like nothing happened? A lot. In this scene, dude stumbles, losing coordination, and has visible signs that this blow really freaking jolted him. By the second blow, he was only moving due to the neurons in his brain still firing. He was deceased before he even hit the ground. This is realistic. This is the dirtier side of the Empire, the gritty side. I don't expect you to agree with my assessment of this scene. Do I want to see more of it? No. But I understand its usefulness in this situation. The Empire is bad, okay? And the individuals who make up the Empire are also bad. Fear them. And to Bix Colleen, you are a survivor. Thank you for taking one more scumbag out of the equation. I hope that helps women of our real world rise up and strike back against these predators. So, now that I'm calming down, what did you think about this scene? Does it belong in Andor? What about in Star Wars in general? I'd love to know your thoughts, and maybe, just maybe, my opinion can be changed. And that's all this is, my opinion. But if you have not actually seen the show and don't know the context of the scene, don't parrot some bullshit like a Muppet with a puppet master's hand up your ass. I will know, and I will likely block you from commenting on my channel again. I want original thoughts, whether you agree or disagree. Until the next time, subscribe to my channel. May the Force be with you. Unless you're a predator, then you can go fuck right off. Bye.